Think about this piece, the Mahler 10. I know it's kind of controversial in the sense that it isn't finished. He never conducted it. He didn't get a chance to do all the things that he would normally do to make a score work, like nicht islands and all those kind of quotations. Do you think? I mean, I know some people that say I don't perform Mahler 10. We don't do that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you
I
like
think
this?
that would be a pity.
Yeah.
Not to perform it. Yeah. I've played many very different performances. The one was, really like difference in 5, 6, 7 minutes in the length.
Yeah, because of people's interpretation of
of
how fast or how slow.
Yeah, and not only how fast, how slow, but it's very much of the question. Always this stretching, how much you're allowed to stretch and how much you just go on.
So in the music by Richard Strauss, obviously there's a strong Viennese tradition. How do you think that applies to a composer like Mahler, who it's different, but do you think that there's as much tradition within the Vienna Philharmonic and within the Vienna style of how Mozart or how Mahler is accomplished?
I think a main point for me in tradition for Mahler is the sound, and also this kind of what he writes many times, this glissandi. So how we do this glissando, that it's not just but really with charm and with style and but still audible, and so it's I think that is quite difficult. This kind of stuff, that is something very special.
And do you think that, so you're focusing on sound quality in Mahler, do you think that generally
colors of sound, yeah. Which also something I found very important with Bruckner when I came to Vienna. In Hungary I always thought, okay, Bruckner was not really a good composer because everything we got in Hungary, Bruckner played, it was something like very strange. And then you learn it, how it should sound, and you learn a little bit his world, his where he lived and what he did and what his thoughts, and so, and then you get a kind of sound and a kind of drive. I mean, today is a strange word, of course. For his time, they wouldn't say his drive, but there is a drive in this music, which is also like Mahler, very large, very long pieces, but there is this going, and it has something.
Yeah. So do you think that people generally play Mahler too thick, that they're, because they think, well, this is very romantic music and I need to always be getting the biggest sound possible?
Could be, because especially with such a big piece, I mean, one movement, and it takes so long, you cannot play like this for so long. The audience cannot take it, and then they will be just they keep on the attention for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then they are tired to listen such an intensity.
Yeah.
And then you have to go back in intensity and just give colors.
Yeah.
And it's also very difficult. What I said is this stretching. If you stretch too much, then after a while it has just no meaning anymore, because it's just the next one, Okay, so we had it so many times. If you don't stretch, then it's also something, becomes a little uninteresting.
Yeah.
So it's how much and at how many spots to stretch, and so that is something.
Do you think that's a question of a combination of structure and, you could think of it on a phrase-to-phrase level, but then more you're thinking about where you want to stretch things out in the grand scheme of the piece, where the biggest moments of climax and
tension. But for this piece, I think it's for a conductor, this is the big question of having really a global view of the piece and always knowing where am I, on which level, where do I want to be. So because this landscape cannot be only peaks and peaks and peaks. So somehow has to come up, and maybe another one, but not too many.
Yeah.
And for that, you really have to know what is your goal, because I think you very easily lose yourself in a small part, and then you just do a great moment, but at the end it wouldn't fit to the whole one.
We're in town talking about Schubert, and I remember really Rainer always saying, "But is that beautiful?" I mean, constantly the question, "But is that beautiful?" It's not beautiful. Do you think that's kind of the easiest way to sum up what makes Vienna Philharmonic, and maybe the way that Vienna Philharmonic approaches almost all music, but specifically Viennese music? Is that the best way to sum it up? The question, is this beautiful?
Yeah, what is beautiful? Beautiful is, I think, it's also a question of a sound quality. I very often ask my people when I'm teaching them, okay, play this, and then he played it, and I say, yeah, it's okay, but I think you can play it nicer. And then they play again, and they say, okay, just take one note, and then they start to play one note. And I say, yeah, it's a good sound, but it's not beautiful. Play beautiful. And then they start to look for something. And I don't say how they should find a beautiful sound. I just point them that it is not nice enough for them. And then they find themselves a beautiful sound. And then I say, okay, that is a good way, okay, go on. And then they find this mixture of how much pressure, how fast bow, what kind of vibrato, how much flash here. So if it's very much standing, then it's a little hard. If it's more down, then you have more meat. Then it's just, yeah, more quality. And then suddenly there is a beautiful sound. And it's possible that people have it in mind. They just sometimes don't activate that knowing, or they don't activate that wish to play such a beautiful sound.
Yeah.
And then when you have it, then I say, okay, and now play it just for 20 seconds. This beautiful sound, and it's real, and just enjoy it. How it fills the hall, the room. And now start again, and then it will be something different.
Huh. That's very personalized then, because
yeah,
it's everyone's personal concept of what beautiful sound is.
Exactly. It's not my beautiful sound, it's his beautiful sound. And it has to be, because we are interested in personal interpretations. The audience might have heard this Mahler 10s many times, but now they say, okay, I come and I listen to that guy. But you have the same. You have here the sound. You can give such a sound, you can give such a sound. I mean, I don't have to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. You have exactly the same. You can also start the piece and it will sound somehow, or you can start the piece and it will sound really... I don't mind if the audience is not breathing until here, yeah. Just forget breathing, just
stunned by the beauty of the sound.
And then, okay.